Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play A Hat in Time. In the last episode we did some... Oh, I forgot! After you do the snapshot stage you get some snapshots here. It's really cute, oh my goodness. These are all also done by the artist of all the time cards in the game. I guess they're not time cards, they're what? Level cards? Anyway, there's something I wanted to talk about a lot with mods. So, obviously I got a couple of new mods in here. This is based off of Cerno? From Toho. I know it's from Toho. It's Cerno Dye V2, dye the color of your clothes. And it's mentionable that to do that mod, I had to use two other mods. One giving us a ribbon, and I don't know if it's like... It's an equipable item, and we can always... Okay, so it's a kind of hat. Okay, I wasn't sure how it worked, and it doesn't have an ability. Oh, it's a sprint hat. So it has the same ability as a sprint hat. Oh, that's actually nice. Anyway, it's just, you know, aesthetic. And then there's one other mod that I also had to use in addition to this, and that was hide badges, because otherwise I think it looks weird if you have that on. Also something I haven't done in like 2 episodes. Bam. Oh, whoops. Bam. All right. So another thing is, let's go ahead and get into it while I talk about it. I wanted to show off these level mods, obviously. There's so many that are really cool, and I'd like to get through a good portion of them. However, you know, if someone's watching through the game just to watch the story, could be a little bit in the way, so I think I'll just decide on my own whenever I'm going to put one at the beginning. Anyway, we have a bit of a mystery here. Uh-oh. Cerno's on the case. I really hope that's how it's pronounced.
Welcome back, lassie. I haven't written the script for my next movie yet, so we're not recording. I'll call for you when the script is ready.
Alrighty, that's good. I love this, by the way. Like the music, the aesthetic. Once again, it reminds me a lot of the 1,000-Year Door. Ooh, that was a little slow. Ooh, that's a lot of effects in this room here, isn't it? Ooh. That's really laggy, holy moly.
Why, hello there, fellow owl. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. As you can tell, I am also an express owl. I do much hooting.
Okay.
From one owl to another, we can share details, yes? What is your uncle's sister's maiden name?
Uncle's sister's maiden name. Well, that would be my mom. I mean, I guess he's asking for my mother's maiden name. Is this something I should even give out? It's not too... You're not gonna find anything with this. Boom.
Oh, it is... I see. This is the kind of uncle's sister's maiden name I would expect from a fellow express owl.
I just realized why he asked that, and I kind of regret it.
Hello, fellow express owl. Do you care about security? I care about security a whole lot. You should not be going around telling information to strangers. It could be a security risk.
Tell me about it.
I can help your daily life become more secure. What is your favorite combination of letters and numbers? I see. Is also my favorite combination of letters and numbers.
You can probably see why a lot of people like this chapter, don't you?
Did you notice that there's suddenly a lot of crows on this train? They all gone on to the last stop. Speaking of, at which stop did you get on the train? What do you mean you fell from the sky?
I mean, that's what I mean.
Did you know that having a pet helps improve self-confidence and relieve stress? Did you also know that pets can have pets? It is true. Unfortunately, us express owls are not allowed to have pets. It is a sacrifice we must make in the name of hooting. But if you had a pet, what do you think the name of your pet's childhood pet would be? Is certainly an interesting name for a pet, even for a pet's pet.
Yeah, you'll get what they're doing here, right? They're literally going through a list of all the security questions you can have.
Have you noticed all these crows around the place? They keep asking for personal details, and I never know what to answer.
You'll just lie, my man.
Hello, fellow Express Owl. I am stuck on an advanced mathematical and scientific issue. Do you see this advanced formula on the blackboard? I cannot decipher it. Can you decipher the scientific formula for me? What does it say?
See, this one I love. Because back in the good old days of Quake and, well, even nowadays with, like, Overwatch, y'all know what it is.
I see. The solution is... It was obvious. Thank you, fellow Express Owl. And thank you for agreeing to the terms and conditions on the backside of the blackboard.
Yeah, there's a couple of terms here. I wonder if this is actually, like, readable. Like, I can make out words. Kind of. You definitely have to spend a lot of time looking at that texture.
It's really difficult to get settled down on this train with these crows crowding the place. They keep interviewing me about everything I do.
Huh. Interesting. So the crows don't seem like they're supposed to be here.
Fellow Express Owl, do you ever wonder what it would be like to be a superhero? The most important feature of a superhero is the name. Every superhero needs an intricate name to their fame. If you were a superhero, what would your name be? If entered on an online form with standardized account identification requirements.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a little bit of a reference here.
That name is great. I can already imagine it. The mighty Savior of Justice. I'll just write your answer down here real quick.
Yeah, where's my fans out there? Recently got into watching that anime recently, and literally every anime I watch after I've watched all of Dragon Ball is like, I keep realizing how bad Dragon Ball is in comparison. Like, don't get me wrong, the like fight scenes are really cool and all, but whew, is it bad just like structurally? There's got to be a way I can get to that. Like surely that shouldn't be too hard. I can like stand on like a chair. Really, you're gonna?
Express owls all have parts of our body we're ashamed of. This is why some owls choose to pluck their feathers. Which body part of yours are you the most ashamed of, fellow Express Owl?
Well, of course. We all know what I'm ashamed of.
Oh, poor Express Owl. You shouldn't be ashamed of your... But you'd better get your... checked out by a doctor. I read online it could be a sign of bird flu.
Yeah, that's the biggest trap into getting one of the achievements in this game. That's called Y, where basically, you know what it is. And it's funny that I put elbow there because I've had a wart on my elbow. This might be like TMI for a little bit, but I've had a wart on my elbow for as long as I can remember, at least like 10 years. And I went to a Save-A-Lot a little while ago to, I guess that's how we're supposed to get up there. Went to a Save-A-Lot to, you know, go grocery shopping, minding my own business. And I walk out, I'm carrying groceries, and suddenly I see blood spilling down my arm. And of course, the location of the blood that the blood is coming from is nowhere other than the wart that was somehow sliced off.
Here, I lost my contact lens somewhere. Please don't step on it. I can't move out of the way. I might step on it myself.
Jeez, and the 1,000-year door reference. No way to get through. And it's also funny because, like, if you drop a contact lens on the ground, it's gone. It's gone, buddy. Like, it doesn't matter if someone steps on it or not. That thing's gone. I guess if you have hard, like, glass contact lens, but no one wants that. Found a key to the door. Gotta keep on moving forward. Ooh, this is kind of creepy. Oh, I love this. I do love this. I feel like this entire, like, stage is just, like, a reference to 1,000-Year Door. Just so many things about it. Alright, and we got our crime-solving outfit. Time to solve crime. Watch out for this tiny detective. Even that sound is straight from Thousand Year Door, like Glitz Pit.
Is this the kid with the hat? I hope you like my present. Go to the back of the train. Your uncle's sister has come to visit you. You better show your fam some love, or I'll be talking to a corpse next time.
Yeesh, that's kind of aggressive. Well, we better go back there as soon as we can. Wouldn't want to talk to a corpse or anything. Can I just, like... Okay. I mean, my elbow's not that nasty. Y'all don't have to laugh. Y'all don't have to laugh. Yeah, definitely worth remembering the layout of this area, because you're going to be going through it a lot as we go through.
Murder! On my Owl Express?
Mierda?
I can't believe someone would murder one of the Express Owls. And I can't believe even more that it's your uncle's sister. What do you have to say for yourself? Ooh, you're giving me the quiet treatment, eh? That's what a murderer would do.
Oh, you could just tell he had so much fun with these lines.
Leave this case to us. We're Caw, the Crow Agent Watch. We've been monitoring everyone on this train since the last station. We'll be searching the entire train for evidence. No one is allowed to go outside of this wagon.
What? I can't even walk around in my own train. Oh, how dare ya!
Once the clock hits midnight, we'll get off at the station with the murderer in cuffs. Stay here while we investigate further.
Alright, well, we have an owl murder to solve, and I love her stance. Oh, I love it. Alright, so, what do you think?
Oh, those Caw picnics can't tell me what to do. I bet they committed the murder and are destroying all the evidence.
Definitely a valid idea. What do you think? Mom, if that is your real name.
I hope no one goes into the VIP area and accidentally steps on my contact lens.
Well, sounds like you're finally out of the way of that, so seems like we have our first area to get to. So we're going to be going through another stealth section here. You have to avoid all the Caw agents. Apparently they don't like people meddling in their business. Though we should check out this area because we haven't been able to get to it before. So we have our first suspect. The conductor is now an available suspect. So we're going to be going through here looking for suspects. And, well, we need all the evidence we can get if we want to figure out who the murderer is. That's up there. Is that important? Yeah, that must be important because that's for points. Alright, I'm not really sure how to go about getting that, so I'm gonna go around for now. There's a key here too. I can't go in there, I can't go in there. Ooh boy. Was it only open from the back? Oh no, it's just a glass pane. I was like, oh, I wonder how I can get into that room. Well, kind of obvious. Okay. Not sure what this key is for at the moment. Although there is another door over here. Yeah, when he turns away, that's when we'll get it. So if I can go up here. I can't dive after a wall jump. It's all these little intricacies to the platforming in this game that are like, they'll get you. Can I, like... Okay, I was wondering if I could grab onto those lights on the wall. It's worth a check. Alright, gonna wait for him to do one more cycle, then we'll go through. I mean, I can just like... Well, I guess he would have saw me. Oh, that's kind of obvious. Hey, yuck. There we go. And those are, I believe, basically just for points. For the conductor being the winner. Oh, a couple more minutes. That's not something you actually have to worry about, by the way. Put our crime-solving outfit. It does point us towards our goal, so it's basically a replacement for the old one. He's just gonna look at that door. So we have no choice but to check in here. I love the sound. I'm sorry if I let it play for a little bit, but like, it's so nostalgic.
So you think you could just sneak around the train like this? Just drop the detective act. You'll never catch the real murderer. You can't point your finger at someone without clues. The clock is ticking. Will you be able to find enough clues to point your finger at the murderer?
And also, it's really impressive that a game's able to make me feel nostalgia when you know this game came out in like the last year or two. I don't even remember when it exactly came out. I know it's been a while, obviously. But oof. Oh, there's another thing over there. Don't know how he's gonna turn, so I want to be careful. Yeah, see, he turned to the left, and that would have been a dangerous situation if we were standing there waiting for him to move. All right, where from here? Now is that a key door? Yeah, there's also a switch here, which opens that up. I'm not really sure. You know what? I guess that's a shortcut, isn't it? To just get up here. I guess it's worth checking out. Yeah, it's just a little bouncy pad. Okay, was there anything down here though? Because I don't think I checked right over here. Well, yeah, there's evidence. Uh-oh. The crows are now a suspect. Well, good thing I checked. Also, did they change your footstep sounds in this mission? Oh, that's kind of funny. Okay, luckily I was on the right side of them. That's probably everything we have to do here, so let's go ahead and leave for now. We don't have a key to move on, so that's a problem. We also don't have an ability to move you. So back into the cafeteria. Oh, that's right, we have to avoid all these guys now. Get up here, would be safer. No one up here. Were we able to go outside yet into the VIP room? Which is weird, because like, you know, that should logically lead to the outside of the train car, but I don't think it does. Oh, I guess there's a ladder right there too, that's kind of obvious. Uh-oh. Time moving forward still. Oh, there's a guy watching it. Alright, got through. Oh! This boy is protecting evidence. Uh-oh. Ooh, Keith! Not Keith. Oh no. I mean, that's their maiden. Why are they using the maiden name as the name? Oh, we can get through this. She's our good old brewing hat. And as far as that goes, get a relic. As far as that goes, here's another 1000-Year Door reference to throw into the stage. Just throw it all together at once, why don't we? Alright, is there anything up here? There's a key. Okay, so there's a key to the door. Good stuff. We'll grab that and get our way on. Alright, just try not to fall into anyone's line of sight. It's still like, even though I know the punishment for like getting caught is just like 1 HP, it's still scary nonetheless. Alright, so before we even move forward, we might as well check the conductor's room again. Doesn't seem like there's anything in here, so no reason to go in here. So the only path we have now is wherever this key unlocks. Let's go ahead and put on the ribbon so we can sprint past this. Alright, let's go. Ooh, barely get through, I think. Alright, back to the crime-solving outfit. You know we gotta. Then we want to go all the way back over through here, I think. Well, why is it telling us to go all the way back there? Because I think where we want to go is through here, right? Because, no, maybe not. It is pointing us in the right direction. Always trust the crime-solving outfit. Always. Is it through here? No, because this is back to the entrance. Now it's telling us to go this way. Nothing interesting. Okay. Alright. That works, I guess. There's not really a way to get up there. That's right, this is the room we need to be in. That's the thing. Okay. Right through here. Like I said, there's no real reason to worry about time, so... Despite our faffing, still making plenty of progress. He's not... He caught us? Really? Oh my god, that was That was totally not in the mood. Just hearing the Roblox sound effect. Yeesh. I didn't think he'd catch me like that, though, to be honest. So we have the key now. That's a door in here, I believe. That's right, it was at the top. Hey, yep. And next room. So what do we got in here? Well, we got a switch. And that lowers the boy. Interesting. So now that that's moving, we can get into this door without being caught. A very technological door. 30 minutes left. Oh my goodness. The way the music kicks in is really like... This is straight out of like a Batman movie or something. Get through you. That's right. Don't worry about it. There's nothing to worry about. So we have 2 doors to go to and one that's locked, 2 that are locked. So keep the layout in mind. So now we have more. You're not gonna see me, are you? Oh my goodness. That was scary. Ooh, can't jump that way before they stop laughing. Gotta put on the crime solving outfit. Yeah, I wonder if we like straight up step on their table if they'll notice us. 'Cause they got eyes in each direction. Oh, that's right. They talk about our body part. Is he gonna finish that thought? Oh my god. That's so mean. Meanies. There's one key. Go ahead and get back over. I don't think there was any evidence in this room unless I missed it. Either way, we got a key now. Oh goodness, the time's just blowing by. Let's try the other path now. This door. Well, I mean, you know. Yo, what? Hello.
You don't give up, do you? It seems the only way I can get rid of you is to make you run out of time. So here's a fun time eater. Has gotten itself in an unusual situation. It's hanging out on a thin rope for dear life, just above a wood-cutting machine. What an odd coincidence. What are you going to do? Save it from becoming sawdust? Or figure out who the murderer is?
Not Naruto, or Naruto, as Australians would say. We gotta get to him right away, or else Naruto will die. We can't have that happen. Not in any timeline. This guy, okay, he's going around this circle. Alright, make our way up as fast as we can. Is this hot? That's just on fire for fun? Alright. We've gotta save him. There we go. Now Naruto will live to see another day. Thank goodness.
Thank you, kind human, for saving me. Woof, woof. I found his clue on the murderer. Hope it helps you. Woof, woof.
Well, look at that. We saved a dog and got some evidence. Express owls are now available as suspects. Wow, you were like dangerously close to that grinder. Wouldn't want my dog to die. Anyway, that takes care of that room. I think we can solidly say that it's ready to move on to the next area. I am really kind of tempted to just jump right into the middle of this. So like, oh goodness. Like they're not even watching anything. That's the thing. It is very Batman-y, where like it looks deep and it's just not. It's just not, my dude. All right. So, ooh, this is a rather large room. We got some evidence. Go ahead and grab that. So who's this on? The suspect himself. Or the victim himself. Obviously, it's going to be the suspect himself because it's a suspect. The victim himself. All right, we should be able to get through this safely. Anything else over here? Doesn't look like there. Oh, there's like a rope over here. That looks interesting. Oh, I probably should have checked out that door while we were at it, but since we're up here, might as well. Oh, That's gonna give us, okay, that's gonna give us a lift. Well, now I'm thinking the other room had the key, didn't it? That's a whoopsie. Back to our crime-solving outfit. We can't solve crime without it. Do they just turn around? Yeah, they do. Sorry, I have gas in my throat. That's gonna make it sound like I was a little off. Now, aren't they not? They're not crow though. I don't know why they're dangerous, but I guess we'll avoid them anyway. Is he going in a square? Yeah. There's a key. Yep, just as I thought. Just a key. He's coming. Ah, he's looking. I like that you have the option of just like, oh, apparently if you hit them, they catch you. I mean, obviously that should have figured, but you know how it be. Only 10 minutes left. Oh, yeesh. Getting down to the wire here. Get up here real quick. Yeah, buddy. Oh, didn't miss you. Relic token, rift token. Cool. I don't think there's too many of those in here. In fact, I'd be like not hesitant to say that might be the only one. All right, now that we have the key, we can safely get all the way over here and do this. Although we could probably get up there anyway with the Cappy Cap. Ooh, that could be a, yeah, look at that. That could be a sequence breaker. Just use the key on this door in the first place. This is creepy. Ooh, I don't like that. They don't know what's in our hat though, which is good because the hat is the secret to our powers. Put on the ribbon before we get into the cutscene. And then we have the last suspect, which is us. I'm now a suspect. So now that we've done that, time's up.
So, whodunnit?
We don't know. We couldn't find any conclusive evidence. We have no idea who murdered this owl.
What? So you've done pickle to solve the case? Who's the murderer? Which one of you did it?
Oh, we got the True Detective achievement. So we get our choice. Protect and serve at all costs. We've got eyes everywhere and we saw nothing. What you looking at me for, Peckneck? I had to do it, or the voices wouldn't stop. You can't blame a dead owl. I mean, so all of these are valid suspects, so I'm gonna choose the most suspicious of the bunch. Myself.
You did it! Why, yes, it all makes sense. You saw the Express Owl all by himself, a lonely victim in your master scheme. With a hatred for society and its rapidly increasing progress of transportation, you strike down the first passenger you saw. His body laid like a mannequin, with blood spilling everywhere, and the smell. It woke your inner demons. Then you tore off his limbs and ate them one by one, like an animal lusting for blood. That's how it happened, wasn't it? You murdered that owl in cold blood.
Actually, I'm fine. She just stuck this fake rubber knife on me and told me to play dead.
Ooh. But still, you've gone too far this time, Detective. You're going to the doghouse. Well, thanks for solving the murder, lassie. Not only did you reveal the murderer, you also revealed that the victim was never harmed. And you gave us intense footage for the movie. What? You think I'd let a murder happen on my Owl Express? Oh, think again. That was all just a setup for my newest Owl Express movie. Murder on the Owl Express. Oh, Oh, you think DJ Picnic will make a movie that's even remotely as good? Ha! I think not. Here, take this thingamajig and get out of here.
And thus concludes one of my favorite missions in the entire game. It's so fun, and just the nostalgia I get from it, even though obviously it's a new stage, is so cool. Oh, I love it. And it's also obviously it's probably the longest mission in the game. That took a whole 30 minutes. Anyway, Murder on the Owl Express, directed by the Conductor, with some girl as a detective useless, that's my name. The reviews are in. Okay, so you actually get points for all the money, those little 2 cards, and every single piece of evidence you get, which is, I think, gonna blow us past DJ's score, yeah. So, slight lead to the Conductor right now. Which, who can blame him? That's a great mission. I love it so much. Yeah, nothing in the game's gonna be nearly that long, so don't worry about it. Anyway, that on its own is going to conclude the entire episode. I'll see you all in the next one when we continue the Battle of the Birds. See you all then, and goodbye.